Once again, I'm joined by NBA insider, Hornets radio analyst, Gerry Valancourt. Thanks for sticking around, Gerry. We appreciate it.
Free food, I would stay for anything.
It's always a good thing, huh? All right, these two teams, both of them kind of center around big three players. Isn't that an interesting
for the playoffs? Mouth-watering. Simply mouth-watering, the matchup. When you look at the personnel, first of all, look at the storyline with Miami. If they don't win it all, there'll be media implosion because of all that had gone on over the past 2 years. So here they are in the finals. They had to get to the finals. Now they have to win the finals to validate all the moves that they made with Bosh, Dwayne Wade, of course, LeBron James. And then you look at a LeBron James, you look at Oklahoma City, Kevin Durant. You look at Wade, you look at Russell Westbrook. You look at Bosh, you look at Cephalosha, you look at Ibaka, you look at James Harden. So here you have two teams that can be explosive, especially Oklahoma City in the open floor and the Heat. This will be the best defensive team Oklahoma City has faced all year long in an extended series. And remember, you're validated by how you survive a 7-game series, not a one-night stand game. So these matchups here with all this length and all this quickness and scoring ability makes for a mouth-watering series. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade must be huge in this playoff. They can't be good. I think they both have to be dynamite. I'm so intrigued, and even the casual fan, Jennifer, will like this, to see this emergence of these young, talented stars and a Durant and a LeBron James on the floor. This could be the very beginning, and the old schoolers can connect, of the great matchups in the day when you saw the emergence of Bird and Magic. This is a new wave of talent coming into the NBA. An absolute terrific bench play Oklahoma City edge there. I think that they're longer and better offensively, other than the top three of Miami as far as the number of players. Because when Miami goes to the bench, they slip. When Oklahoma City goes to the bench, they can maintain or upgrade in performance. I can't wait for this to start, first game Tuesday.
Well, let me ask you to put your prediction cap on. The Heat's big three only been together for 2 years. Do you think they have the cohesiveness
I'm going to pick
needed?
Oklahoma City to win the series. I'm going to pick Oklahoma City to win the series because of their depth. The Cephalosha, Ibaka, two long guys that can defend. They can throw long people at LeBron James. Specialty guy can come off sixth man or even start if they need in James Harden that can score. The explosiveness of Westbrook, Durant and company. Decision making will be critical, so it's going to be their offense against the best defensive team that they've played all year. The matchup of young stars, but I think it's all on the table for Oklahoma City to take this. And it could go in 6 games. I'm going to say it's going to go in 7, and the Thunder will be your new NBA champ.
Just to play devil's advocate, the big three out of Oklahoma City, the Durant, the Harden, the Westbrook, these are young guys, 22, 23 years old.
Yeah.
Is that too young?
No, I don't buy into that theory anymore because they got their hearts broken. If you look at their progression, they got together, they didn't win many games. They got to the finals, they played against Dallas. Dallas broke their hearts, and Oklahoma City led double figures in 2 of those games. So that will fuel them. And if you watched how they played, remember what they did to San Antonio. This San Antonio team was supposed to win it all. I thought they were going to win it all, and they were up 2-0. This is a San Antonio team that won 50-plus games in the absence of Manu Ginobili that missed 22 games. They lost 2 to them, and then they crushed San Antonio. That did not look to me like a team that is too young or intimidated by absolutely anything. I think they're savoring this moment.
Break down what the fans should be watching for. What are the advantages for Oklahoma City versus the advantages for Miami?
I like Oklahoma City. When they go to the bench, they don't have a lot of slippage in their performance. They have those X factors. They're long, quick, and athletic, and they can score and attack you off the dribble from a lot of positions. This was one of the top 4 teams in the NBA of getting to the free throw line. So they're explosive there. Miami, defensively, that will be the challenge. If Oklahoma City can create the ball and the player movement that they had in the latter stages against the San Antonio Spurs, that bodes well for them. If they go back to the stand-around perimeter game against Miami, Miami will suffocate the life right out of them. When you go to Miami, will there be a drop-off when they have to substitute over the 7-game series? Can they match up there? So both teams can score. Both teams have terrific one-on-one offensive players. Remember that, because that can translate in getting to the free throw line. I like Oklahoma City. They have more bodies, more skill sets they can throw at you over 7 games that can cause some matchup situations. Great series coming up. Great series.
And you think it'll go all 7 games?
Yeah, I think it goes 7. I like the Thunder. I know people are saying it'll go 6. I'm going to say it goes 7 for selfish reasons, so I'll have another night with something to do.
Let's go back real quick.
Sure.
A heartbreaking game that the Celtics lost
Yeah.
to allow Miami to get here. Do you think this is an end of the era for the Celtics
Yes,
and
it
the Spurs?
is. Yes, it is. And you're not going to see that big 3 together again. Ray Allen will probably be moved. You know, it's an example. They ran it as much as you could. You can never let your roster get gray. And the Celtics learned that lesson when they hung on to the Bird, McHale, Parrish trio a little bit too long. Everybody knows in the organization they have to make a move. They just ran out of gas in that Game 7 against Miami. Miami's explosiveness there. The way San Antonio could not match the explosiveness at the late stages of games against Oklahoma City. So yeah, for the Celtic fan, it's time to redesign.
And for the Hornets, what lessons can they take from this Oklahoma City team, another small market team that had to build their way here? What can New Orleans learn from that example?
Always compare your team to the best 7 other teams that you have to play. If you have aspirations to win a title one day, which the organization does, you look at the teams you have to battle through to get there. What do they have that you can't match against? That's what you look at. And the Hornets know that. There's smart people in that Hornet basketball front office that have all of this broken down. And as we had discussed earlier, they see speed, they see quickness. Speed up and down, quickness to change direction. They see length. They see scoring. They see all that. That length and that scoring creates luck all over the floor. That's the biggest lesson that they're learning here.
Taking lots of notes, I'm sure. Gerry V, thank you so much for your
Pleasure,
insight.
Jennifer, as always.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.